Good evening, my friends. A little hot here this weekend here in New York. Um, and I'm going to open this up. I think I showed this recently, and I know that I was talking to Chris from Northeast Ohio Diecast and Treasures, in comments. Several people have shown this, but so I had bought this because I could, but it's not really something I normally collect. So this is Team Transports. It's the Nissan Skyline GTR, BNR 32, and the Sakura Sprinter. I had I got this because it was there on the pegs, and it was one of those days where where there was nothing else, and I got it the same day I got the 32 Ford and this hauler. I forget what this is called. And I really like this one. This was a surprise. Mattel. You know what? It doesn't say what it is. I forget. But and so I figured I would take this off the card, and I want to try a trick. I think it was actually Chris that showed this about because I also like to try and keep the card art, and I'm sure that he's not the first one. Maybe some other people have done it, but rather than cutting on the card, I'm going to cut the plastic around, and you know, again, I get forgetful. I do this without a script and without a lot of prep. I'm sure you can tell. I was actually joking with Matchbox Man in comments. He did a great video, and he did a premiere. So I chimed in after it started, and I watched the video, and I chatted with him very briefly. And I said, I have no real video skills. I do everything off the cuff and, live, no real editing. I have no intro. I just don't have the IT skill, well, the computer skills. I do everything on my cell phone. It's very, I mean, hey, I don't think I'm doing too bad. I'm just saying I'm not a real tech guy, which is funny because for many years I actually ran 5 blogs, and for a couple of years I did an internet radio show on a private internet radio station. So I guess I was better with tech then. And also, I do use a lot of technology at work. So I guess it's just lazy on my part. So there, cutting that open wasn't too bad, especially because I ranted while I did it. But only 3 minutes in, and we've got the truck and car out of the package. So let's take a look at the Sakura Sprinter. So far, I think I only have 4 transport trucks from Hot Wheels. The Euro hauler, which I got with the Mercedes, that's my favorite. The retro rig, which I got with the pony cars, and the flatbed 36 Ford there. And my favorites would be the European hauler, this flatbed, and then probably the Sakura Sprinter here, because it is realistic, although unlicensed. The retro rig just looks proportionally off to me. So, little known fact, my brother, that I mention quite a bit, many years ago, he sold commercial trucks for a living. So he sold, and he'll correct me in comments if I got them wrong, he sold Iveco, Freightliner, Mercedes, and I think something else. So he would sell trucks like this to businesses. And because of him, I got to learn a little about, Isuzu trucks and Iveco trucks. And this looks like a Hino, Hino, if I'm mispronouncing that, which is a Japanese domestic, and I believe may have been sold in the United States. I'd love for my brother to chime in and comments down below. He knows these things. I don't. Never really been a commercial truck guy. I never drove anything this big on a regular basis. I have driven like Kodiak trucks, C60s, from time to time at work, but basically nothing above a C30 or an Econoline 350 on any type of regular basis. So this looks to me, and actually I Googled it, and it said that while it is a Hot Wheels original or an unlicensed model, it does bear a strong resemblance to a Hino. So a forward cab where the whole thing tips over for access to the engine. So this looks pretty damn good. The box is plastic. The base here, I'm not 100%, but the cab is metal. Advan, a sub-brand of Yokohama. These trucks are pretty decent. I like the wheels on this. They don't look fake. You've got your fuel tanks and your step. You've got some nice details there. Everything is chrome here, but the turn signals and the cab lights are painted. The two center windshield wipers. The mirrors are not done too great, but that's okay. I mean, And so, looking through this is a right-hand drive, which is appropriate. But that's not the star of the show. Now, so I have to admit that I am not very big into Skylines. So this is a R32. And you guys know much more about this than I do. I mean, obviously I know about the most recent Skyline that has been available in the United States for, I guess, almost 10 years. And they are, awesome. And I watch all of the videos, so I know that, like, Mini GT does tons of these. Everybody does tons of Skylines. I just never got into Skylines. I mean, I will admit they are awesome. I watch drag racing videos, 1320 video, and you see some of these heavily modified, and they're just beasts on the track. I know that the newer Skylines are all-wheel drive. I do not know if this one is. So this is a premium, metal body, metal base, wheel riders. If this wasn't a premium, I'd strip these wheels right off this. But that's a recent thing with me. And yes, I blame you, Tiz, for the monster you've created. Here I am destroying poor castings just for their wheels. Let's take a look at this. Nissan Skyline GTR R32. Copyright 2018, made in Thailand. I like these wheels. The tampos for the headlights on front look pretty good. The interior looks to be just monolithic gray, which is, fine. It is a right-hand drive. The taillights look okay, but I guess because of the color red paint, they don't show up real well. And, you'd hope that they could put a little bit of silver on that tailpipe, but, that's what paint pens are for. Now, this wing looks like there should be a gap there. Honestly, I don't know much about the real car, but I would imagine that it's a solid monolithic, so that's a little bit disappointing. But I guess if this car was on its own, it would be a premium, so it would be $5. The set here, I think, was $13. I picked it up in Target, so I didn't have to pay shipping or anything. So this is pretty cool. Of course, it's a Hot Wheels, so it rolls fine. The truck will accept boom right in there. I never store the cars in the trucks. I put the cars in my different displays, and the trucks, sometimes are near them, but not always. So this is a quick video. It was funny because when I commented on Chris's video, he asked if I was going to open mine. And the answer for that is 90% yes. So the reason I didn't open this right away is because I actually checked with a friend that does collect Nissans. I said, hey, do you have this? Do you want it? And he does have it. So, it's not that I didn't want it. I just figured if somebody who I know wanted it more, I would pass it on. But now I'm just as happy to add it to my small but growing Nissan collection. I have those M2 Fairlady Zs and so forth. I have some other stuff eventually on the way that will be Nissan. I mean, yeah, I'm a Ford guy. It's funny, in comments, I was talking to Rick of Whole Lotta Zepp, and he's a GM guy. He did a video the other night, last night I think it was, where he was talking about his original car that he loved so much, a '67 Chevelle that he modified and everything, and then he also mentioned how he had a '91 Trans Am for a family car. Him and his then young growing family. And I chuckled at that. I couldn't, he got a baby seat in and out of the back of that thing. Good for you, Rick. Again, I'm a Ford guy, so I think the video I did a while ago, I have well over 100 Mustang castings from various companies, various levels, from basic to premium. Yeah, my number one love is Ford. Mustangs are a big part of that, but even Pintos, and of course I love my Australian Fords. But I like all cars. I love Mercedes and Audi and Volvo and some Chevys, especially Chevy trucks. There are some Japanese cars that I really like. That some would be surprised. I don't have a lot of Toyotas in my collection, but this is, which I have this. How do you move down from there, right? I do have a couple of those Celicas, one of the Hot Wheels and one of the Didos. So, this is not too far out of my wheelhouse. But now I'm just ranting, so want to give a shout out to a couple of friends, new friends, Paul of Which City Collectors, Rick of Whole Lotta Zepp. Of course, want to say hi to David of Twice. If you're not watching Twice Diecast, you're missing out. My good friend Tyrone there from Building the Ultimate Matchbox Collection down in Australia, in Perth. Fex Death. And I should know his address. I have it somewhere, but I forget where in Australia he is. Of course, my friend Joran of Chasing Diecast Cars. Orel of The Quirky Garage 1999. Him and I have been emailing back and forth this weekend. He's got some special projects in the works that I hope he will share with us. And of course, the Quirky Garage 1999 won my last contest, and fortunately the package finally arrived in good shape, and he's happy with the contents. So that's always a plus. I hope you guys are all well and safe and enjoying this weekend. And I will do another video tomorrow. So have a great night, and thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe, comment down below. I just want to remind you, it's not that I dislike Japanese cars. I always say I try and do this hobby on a budget. So when it comes to the more premium cars, I am more selective. When it comes to main lines, yeah, I grab a lot of goofy stuff. Well, not fantasy castings. So again, have a great evening, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.